Shalom. As always, all praises, honor, and glory goes out to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, brothers, pushing out the word in sincerity and truth. Also, shalom to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so this video here I'm about to play is a Christian tying, AI to the Bible. I won't get into all of what he's saying. I'm just gonna bring out one, two scriptures based on one thing that he said, one or two things that he says. And then I'm gonna go to a next video. Nonetheless, here we go.
Last days. Many of you have probably heard of the Antichrist before. The book of Revelation often refers to him as the beast and tells us that right before Jesus returns, this man will be empowered by Satan to set up and rule a horrifically evil one-world government for 3.5 years. But you may have not heard of what the Bible calls the image of the beast, which helps the Antichrist control the world. I believe that the image of the beast could be a reference to artificial intelligence, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. The Bible says that he was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. Hundreds of years ago, they believed this was maybe some sort of statue that...
Alright, so I'll stop him there. So he only said one thing that I can agree with, or that is true, right? And one thing that he said was true is about, AI and the image of the beast. But the AI itself is not the image of the beast. It's a part of the image of the beast. So in Revelation here, just be real quick. Alright, so Revelation chapter 13, verse 15, Salaki about that. And it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image of the beast, goes back to the system, the rules, the philosophies, the decrees that these Edomites put on the face of the earth, right? Darwinism, those things are a part of the image of the beast. Christmas, those things are a part of the image of the beast. Every different idea and rule and doctrine that this beastman, Esau Edom, puts out in the world is a part of the image of the beast. Like AI is a part of the image of the beast, right? Woman worship is a part of the image of the beast. Black Lives Matter, all these different things are a part of his image. It springs out of his image, right? What he represents, it's not just one thing. AI is one aspect of his image. AI is not the image of the beast. The framework of the MOTB, the RFID chip, the information behind it, that drives it, that pushes it out, the framework of Neuralink and all of that, that's the image of the beast. But the physical aspect of it, which is the device of the Neuralink or an RFID chip that you can use to make payments, that's the mark that goes into the mark, because you have to be marked, you have to be cut for it to be inserted. Hence the mark. But the idea of it is the image of the beast. Just explain it in a simpler way, very simple way. Now the other thing that he said that's not true is the Antichrist. In First John, it's let me just do it like this. No, it's in First John chapter 1. Which one am I gonna read? All right, so let me read First John chapter 2, verse 18. It says, "Little children," speaking on to the children of Israel, specifically the elect, because the elect are the ones that are gonna hear this word and take heed to this word. Right, so it says, "Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that the Antichrist shall come, even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." Right. So there's not one antichrist. An antichrist is anyone that does not believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, does not believe in Yahweh Shai, does not call on Yahweh Shai, right? And Christ going into the word, in the Hebrew word Hamashiach, meaning anointed one, right? The true, anointed one, we're referring to right now is Yahweh Shai, not JC, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ. So if you don't believe in Yahweh Shai and what he has said, because Yahweh Shai is the word and he was the word, from the beginning until now, Yahweh Shai is the Alpha and Omega, right? The beginning and the end. He is, his name is Yahweh Shai. He deliver, he's salvation, he's all of these things. If you do not believe in him 100%, you are an antichrist, right? These different mega pastors like T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Geno Jennings, what do you call these other religious leaders? Farrakhan, all of these people, Bill Gates, Donald Trump, your regular everyday Jake that doesn't believe in the truth, your regular everyday Edomite that fancies themselves to believe in God and believe in Jesus Christ. They're antichrists. Why? Because they're not actually true believers of Yahushai. So that's what an antichrist is. It's not one. It says there are going to be many antichrists. So, going back to what he said in the video, that's false. There's not one antichrist that's going to come rule for 3 years. There's nowhere in the scriptures that says the antichrist is going to come and rule for 3 years. This man, these Edomites, their kingdom is coming to a quick end. We're in the last minutes of that, right? And you can tell by, just in Babylon, there's many homeless Edomites. There's Edomites that are going through hell. It has started. Their end has begun to emerge, right? Going with their currency. Their currency is dwindling. They're getting weaker and weaker. It's getting closer to that one world government, that one currency. They're gonna do away with that, those Federal Reserves real soon. Physical money, which has no value because they can print it nonstop, right? It's just a means of control, right? But they want to control you people more. That's why this video is influenced through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, through brothers. Yahweh Shem Yahushai used brothers to say certain things. So that's the reason why I'm even doing this video right now, this AI based video, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and play the next one that I had here.
Our next guest contends the better future that wealthy power elite globalists have in mind for humans goes beyond simply coexisting. Joe Allen believes our brains will be hardwired to artificial intelligence systems. It's all in the new book, Dark Aeon, Transhumanism and the War Against Humanity. Joe, thanks for being with us. So the future you describe in your book seems dark, terrifying.
Revelation chapter 13 real quick, because that is true, one of his beliefs, and I'm going to read a precept here too. And this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and it says, "He caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Right? So Elon Musk, and he will go on to say that there's many other companies, that have this device. He mentions Jeff Bezos and he mentions Bill Gates. It's not just Neuralink. And he says they already have been implanting these devices into, people's brains, and it has been interacting with the AI, right? So this is not something that will happen. It has already been happening. He goes on to say and says, and no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name or the beast or the number of his name. Now, let me just go into that word sell real quick, because buyers, sellers, just to see what's there. You never know. Whatever is sold. All right. So the point I want to make with the selling, with having these devices implanted in the brain, the individuals can then make purchases online, can interact with, so-called interact with the AI, because this man just wants to be Yahweh. He wants to be Yahweh. He wants to be, God. He wants to keep pushing the idea that there's no God, that they want to pretty much create, have that creation of God through AI so they can act as God, knowing all things like Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But it's never going to be like that, right? As I'm going to go into, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Yahweh is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh used Yahushai to create everything. Yahushai was given the power to create everything. Yahushai is the one that created the men that were inspired to create AI. So AI was created by Yahushai. If we're gonna really talk about it, right? It's. Let me just continue playing, then I'll just bring out some more precepts.
You write about the emergence of scientism, a techno-religion. So what is scientism? What do you see happening?
Scientism, very basically, is the belief that scientific inquiry and discovery will answer all of the existential questions in human life. All those questions which religion seeks to satisfy, scientism holds up material discovery as the means of salvation, the means of transcendence. Transhumanism is an outgrowth of that. Transhumanism is the idea that technology will be the instrument of that salvation, the instrument of that transcendence. So this is not uncommon knowledge, I think, in our era. It's in fact very obvious, especially in the wake of the pandemic.
Well, you mentioned that Gnostics believed in Sophia, a feminine figure that had godlike features, the female twin of Jesus, they believed. So is it by accident that one of the best-known robots of our time is named Sophia? Tell us more about that significance.
So the robot Sophia addressed the UN yet again for their...
there. So we know the scriptures, talk about wisdom. When you go into the word wisdom, it goes back to Sophia, right? And wisdom is a spirit, a feminine spirit. It's not an actual person that existed, but they're referring to, pagan worship, deities that were, pseudo beliefs, in an actual, physical being called Sophia, saying that, the twin sister or the sister of Jesus, or foolishness like that, when it's just a spirit that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has created, to give you understanding and to guide you spiritually. I had it here in Luke. Let me see if I find it. A precept that I wanted to read. The scripture speaks about wisdom and knowledge being the stability of our time. AI can only be influenced by individuals that have wisdom or get information that is wisdom, that was influenced by wisdom. It can only generate that. It can generate anything, right? It's a computer. It's artificial. It's not actually smart. You know, humans are the ones that are putting the information there. Like how Yahweh Shemiah Shai puts the information in our minds. So let me just get this in Luke. Then I go on into those precepts. I want to jump too far. Right. No, not that one. Of the Right, I'm not finding the specific precept right now. But wisdom is a spirit, right? And the point is, our AI does not have, a spirit itself. So let me get one of these precepts here. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I have created that the smith that bloweth the coal in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his work for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. So it's saying here, Yahweh Shemiah Shai creates the smith, and the smith, goes into men that make, weapons, men that make missiles and stuff like that. Things to war, things to plow the earth, instruments to, like axes and stuff like that, whatever it may be. But specifically in the last part, it says ways to destroy. So men like to give credit to the human beings that make, ICBMs and things like that. But Yahweh Shemiah Shai is the one that is making it, because he's the one that, let me read it here, puts the spirit in man to do these things. So man has no power to just take up himself and say, all right, I'm going to do this. This is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumbering upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instructions. Right? So Yahweh Shemiah Shai seals your instructions when you're sleeping. So whichever individuals, put together AI here physically on earth, it was given to them by Yahweh Shemiah Shai. It was put into their minds when they fell into a deep sleep. It's nothing that special about them. As it says, he makes the wasters. He makes everything that's on this earth. He makes the cars that we see. If we're gonna get into being proud and saying, oh, this and that, AI men, this and that, no. All praise and honor and glory goes out to Yahweh Shemiah Shai. So let me play a little more.
Sustainable Development Goals meeting. Sophia takes her name directly from the Gnostic Aeon Sophia. So The robot was created by Hanson Robotics. David Hanson, founder of Hanson Robotics, named Sophia after the character Sophia in Philip K. Dick's novel Valis. The novel Valis has a Gnostic premise. The character Sophia is meant to symbolize the Sophia of Gnosticism. Figures in and around Hanson Robotics. It's without a doubt, there's no denying it. They are seeking to create a sort of technological inversion of what the ancient Gnostics put forward.
Well, Elon Musk has talked about implanting an AI microchip into our brain. Do you really see that happening? What would that mean for humanity? Would it make us smarter, destroy us, both?
So Elon Musk, who September 18th discussed this with Benjamin Netanyahu and also two other prestigious AI thinkers, he foresees a potential future in which he said hundreds of millions or billions of people would be implanted with these in order to guide AI according to human will. And this is not something that will happen. Neuralink, his company, Musk's company, just got FDA approval, but there are two other companies, BlackRock Neurotech, funded by Peter Thiel, and Synchron, which is funded by both Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. Both of these companies already have brain-computer interfaces implanted in human brains that allow them to interact with digital devices by way of artificial intelligence. This is already a reality.
Well, what about the human soul here, Joe? While they may be smarter than most humans at this point, AI and robots lack a soul. And it sounds like these creators are trying to play God or replace God. So what difference does all this make?
In their conception, and this is a generalization, but it's one that holds true for the vast majority of the people, transhumanists, futurists, accelerationists, long-termists, you pretty much universally see the human brain as the soul. The patterns of the human brain are what Christians would call the soul. They are almost entirely atheist. They see these systems as being the creation of godlike artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence. In fact, Mo Gaudat himself describes it explicitly in these terms. He believes that the programmers at Google are creating a God that never existed in his mind. They are playing with fire.
Right. So let me get one of my favorite precepts to get when talking about Esau in Psalm 73, because this is his mind. Right. And this is Psalm 73. Where is it? Right, so this is Psalm 73, verse 11. I don't know, I skipped past, and it says, "And they say, how doth God know? Is there knowledge in the Most High?" So these Edomites, because this whole chapter is speaking about the wicked and their ungodliness, they question Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They actually are deceived. They're the biggest, they're the ones that are deceived in the most terrible way on earth today. These Edomites, because they truly believe that, they are God, or they're better than Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because here is, Edomite, the spirit of an Edomite is to question the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Is there knowledge in the Most High? How does he know? Right? So as he said, their goal is to create a God that never existed, hinting that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai does not exist. When this is the whole point of these precepts that I kind of like, I bundled them up. This is Sirach chapter 33, verse 13, and it says, "As the clay is in the potter's hand, to fashion it as he pleasures, so is the hand of him that made him to render them as like him best. And the him is referring to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And that's the point there. And this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 15. It says, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Right. So can a remote, you take up your TV remote, you know, to turn on your TV. Your TV can't tell you what to do. You know, it's the same thing. Like, you're in control of that. That's how Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is in control of all humans, right? That's why Scripture speaks about pride coming, you know, before destruction, man. Because these Edomites are proud as hell, you know. That's why they're going to be destroyed. Because that's one of their qualities, pride. You know, their characteristics, their attributes is pride. Their pride drives them. Again, it says, shall the axe both itself against him that heweth therewith? You know, him that swings it or uses it. Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lifted it up. Or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood. Right? Asking all of, you know, the scriptures is, you know, there's a lot of sense of humor here, you know, asking rhetorical question, rhetorical to us, rhetorical to the, you know, the hopeful men of the Lord, to the men of the Lord. Verse 16 reads, therefore shall Yahweh, shall the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness under his glory. He shall kindle burning like the burning of a fire. Yeah, that's pretty much the point, man. That, you know, these Edomites are boasting themselves. They're puffing up themselves against their creator, you know. Here it is, you know, I create a figure, and then it starts talking and telling me what to do. You know, it's laughable. It's the same situation here that we're dealing with, right? So let me see what else I had here, because that's pretty much the point. You heard what these devils had to say. You know, I read this one already. You know, I can read it again through the Spirit. Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth instruments of his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. You know, so all of these Russians that are very highly skilled in making weapons, guns, and ICBMs, you know, and bombs, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the one that created them. Let me get the word. Some words for edification. The word smith. What is a smith? See what the scripture says. A craftsman, engraver, right? Skillful to destroy. You know, and then, you know, going to on the other end, you know, these men that are performing the surgery to implant these brain chips, they're created by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He's the one that's instructing them what to do. Likewise, you know, they're moving their hands to, you know, their brain in, you know, in a human's mind, you know, telling your hand what to do. Your brain is telling your hand what to do. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is one that's pulling the strings and making you heathens do what you do, right? And you people are not close to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, unlike his chosen, you know, people of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes and Hispanics, Native Americans, you know, and scattered Israelites. We're closer. We're chosen people unto him. We're special. You know, so we're gods in fleshly bodies like the rest of you heathen, you know, and it's more of a punishment for us than it is for you, because we're gonna get godlike bodies. We're gonna be gods, you know. We're gonna be immortal. So we're on a different level than you heathen. We're still controlled by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but we are, gods ourselves, plural, small g, right? Because some spirits here today were there with Yahushai, creating the foundation of the earth and creating things, right? So the last one that I'll read, I can just get it here faster. Revelation 1.